You're listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips, where we present audiobook quality readings of the classics for your enjoyment. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, just because you're a bumpkin doesn't mean you can't be cultured. Hello and welcome to The Cultured Bumpkin. Here in the U.S., it is Memorial Day, and it's not something that we celebrate so much as observe. And Memorial Day is when you remember those men and women who have fallen, who have passed on in order to preserve the freedom that we enjoy here in America. So, we remember those from all previous wars that they died so that we could be free. And one guy that I would like to remember is a fellow named First Lieutenant Tyler Parten. Tyler was a West Pointer, class of 2007, and he was killed in Afghanistan. And I want to read an email that he wrote to his family shortly before he died in September of 2009. It says, "Many of my missions revolve around civil affairs, bringing projects like running water and electricity to places that have never had such luxuries. While doing the assessments, I get to interact with the locals and otherwise try to put a friendly face to the American name. I've had many opportunities to interact with the children whom I believe are the future of this country, so I always take the time to show them a little affection. I can't tell you how much of a blessing these opportunities are. I'm convinced that if we can win their hearts and improve their lives, maybe it'll all be worth it." Those are some of Tyler's last words via email to his family. Tyler was killed in September of 2009, and I was a friend of Tyler's. I had gone through a couple of training schools with him. I'd gone through a course called Bullock II. Now, I did not go to West Point, the military academy in New York. I was a ROTC commissionee, but we ended up in the same spot out at Fort Sill, Oklahoma in the fall of 2007. And since our last names start with a P, we were in line for everything together. So I got to know him pretty well because I was always next to him in line because we did everything alphabetically. And he was just a great guy. He was hilarious. He was always laughing. He was just a fun guy to be around. And he was a man of character as well. And that really showed up later on with some of his work in Afghanistan. And if you'll go to the TylerPartenFoundation.com, which is where I'm getting this email, you can look around. You can see pictures of him. You can see pictures of him talking to kids. You can see the picture of him being carried off the plane, draped in the red, white, and blue. And you can also make a donation, if you like, at the Tyler Parten Foundation, which the funds go towards helping kids, because that was one of his passions. He was a good dude, and he loved kids. And I wanted to put a face, or a name anyway. I hope you'll look at the link in the notes and you can get the face. But just put a name to Memorial Day for you, perhaps. So anyway, hope you have a good day. Thank you very much for listening. You've been listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, would you mind going and subscribing and leaving a nice review on whatever podcast platform you heard this on? I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.